Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ash on Comics. My name is Ash. I'll be your host for the evening. We are doing Storytime Live. This is episode 132. A little bit late. I kind of got wrapped up in some things and was like, oh shit, it's about time to start my stream. Yeah, that happens. So I'm glad you guys can be here. Pardon some mic noise here when I adjust things. That should already be adjusted, but no professionalism around here. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Samuel Adams, Boston Lager. Distinctively complex and balanced. This is one of my favorite beers in the world. It's absolutely delicious on tap. If you ever can find a place that sells it on the draft rather than in the bottle, it's amazing. When I was in Colorado, it reminds me, when I was in Colorado, there was a really cool theater out there called Movie Tavern. And there was like one of those theaters you might have seen that you can like order food in the theater. They have these big giant leather recliners, and you have like a swing out little table, and there's like a little button you hit and it'll bring like a server to you, and you can order food. It's like not great food. It's like Chili's level food. But what was cool is like the prices of the food was Chili's level, which it's not exactly like Chili's is super cheap or whatever, but like, you know, like for a theater, you always pay like 500% or more. It's like, you want a soda? It's $6. You're like, you know, actually it might even be more than that now. I think like a bucket of popcorn is like $10. Anyways, it's been a long time since I've been to a theater. So, like, you know, I was like, oh, if you spend like $10-12 on a meal, it's not actually that expensive, really. So it was nice. But one of the things that they had was you could buy this big, giant glass mug. It was a 40-ounce mug. And it was $10. Well, no, I think the mug was $20, but it was $10 to fill it. And you go, oh, it's $10. It's a gigantic beer. And they had Sam Adams on tap. Oh, man. Going to watch a movie with a giant mug of beer. Being able to eat, like, good bar food type. Chili's level bar food. That was good. They had a good nachos there that I liked. The only thing bad... excuse me. Oh, I got to start the timer. Beep. I'll explain what that is in a second here. The only thing bad about places like Movie Tavern was there is a little bit of disturbance. If you're one of those people who love to go to a movie and you're like, I just silence, I don't want any disturbance, you do have people kind of walking in front. You have to be a little bit tolerant of it. Now, the servers are usually like really good at like, bending over. That sounded really bad out of context. Like to not obstruct the view. They would come by and they would like maybe get on one knee, and take your little order, and it worked pretty good. Like, so it wasn't too disturbing, but it is a little bit, and if you're sitting next to someone that's, ordering thing, get your drink and you get free refills, that's great too. You get a soda. You're like, oh, I'm out. I don't want to have to leave to go get my soda refilled. Boop, a little button, come refill your soda. So that's all cool. But yeah, it is a little disturbing. So I am one of those people. I don't like to have like the disturbance. I like to get fully enveloped into a movie. So I would only go to Movie Tavern for movies that were a little bit more, like popcorn flicks. Like I didn't have to care so much. If I'm going to go see, if I was going to go see like another Christopher Nolan film or something I was like way into, then I didn't want to do it. Or if it was a movie I was going to go see a second time, that's fine. I'd be okay with it. Or if it was just like a Michael Bay movie or something, you're watching I don't care. If it's just disturbance, this is just all noise anyway. So yeah, anyways, Movie Tavern is really cool. If you live in a place where you have a movie tavern, you know what I'm talking about. Let me know if you had one of those. But the point was the giant stein of beer. Ah, man, it's good stuff. Let's see. Let's see who's here tonight. Dragon Majesty is first. He says, hi, everybody. Well, hello to you, Dragon Majesty. That's a good thing about getting started late. throwing up the thing. Melissa was throwing a curveball. So, sorry, Melissa. Got to throw some curveballs every now and then and give other people a chance to be first. But she's here second place. Welcome. And Ronnie coming in third. Good to see you guys. Who else is here? Multiverse Monitors. That's an interesting name. Welcome. I don't think I've seen that name before, but glad you're here. Hopefully you get some entertainment. Rusty Dio, if I'm saying that correctly, is in the chat. I haven't seen you in a while, Rusty. Welcome back. Let's see. Eric says, I gave up on you and went to bed. Well, that's just the story. That's every day, Eric. You got giving up on me and going to bed. So, but I'm glad that you're here, talking in your sleep. Oh boy, one of the difficult things about doing a live stream and having to talk the whole time because you don't have a partner, is, man, beer. When you drink beer, the burps. But this is a drink stream. You guys should all have a beverage. That's the rule. It's the unofficial, unwritten rule of the Storytime live stream. It doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. I'm not trying to force anyone to to drink alcohol, especially if you're underage, or if it's just against something you don't like, whatever. That's fine. I just like beer. Beer tastes good, and I don't get to drink it all that much because I respect alcohol. I don't want to abuse it. I know it can absolutely be abused. So I only ever drink it in good company. I try not to I don't ever drink by myself. That's not true. I have broken that rule. I try not to drink by myself. I only try to drink socially. And this is social, even though I'm sitting here at my desk by myself. But you guys are here in spirit. So good to see you guys. That's what I'm drinking tonight. What are you guys having for beverage? You could be water, or if it's Eric, I'm sure, has got a Coke Zero IV drip going on. Damn good. Sorry. Tonight we are doing Flash, part 3. We're going to do, I always say episodes. We're doing issues 3 and 4 for this episode. The thumbnail has a cover of issue 4. Um, Flash is a comic character that I'm not super familiar with. I've been watching the CW show after the fact. I'm not caught up by any means. I think I'm on season 3. I watch it with my buddy and his kids after dinner. So we watch, half a dozen to a dozen episodes a week. Every other week when he has his custody. And they really like the show. And as most of you know that followed my channel for a while, I used to buy the Flash Rebirth back before DC shit the bed. And I didn't buy it for myself, though. I bought it for my buddy's daughter because she was into the Flash, and I was trying to encourage comic books and things like that. And I do have the Flashes on a couple of them, like this one I have on Comixology. I bought when I got into comics. I was trying to get into Rebirth, and I was like, all the characters. I just bought the first couple of trade paperbacks. I just never got around to reading Flash because speedster characters never did it for me. It's just like I never found that compelling. However, I have to say, as I watch the CW show, which I understand, you don't need to tell me is kind of goofy and weird and stuff, but it's still the Flash, and I like the concepts of the Speed Force. I like the fact that the Flash is more than just a fast guy. Like Quicksilver always bored me. I'm like, oh look, you can run fast. Hooray! Like that's just, I don't know. In the realm of superpowers, it's not that interesting. It's only slightly more interesting than Man with Wings. That is the dumbest power ever. I'm looking at you, Angel. Oh look, I have wings. Really? What happens when I shoot you in those wings? Oh no, you're useless. So stupid. Oh, Warren Worthington. I mean, I get the X-Men were created in the 60s. I'm sure children growing up in the 60s having wings was super awesome and cool. But today you're like, you have wings? Is that what you do? So running fast, sort of cool, I guess, but Flash is a lot more than that. I really like that the Flash, the whole Speed Force concept, I think is really cool. I like that the fact that like Flash can kind of throw lightning bolts and stuff. I like the fact that he can phase through things. I like the fact that his speed is not just like physical movement. So he can actually kind of think and act through in speed. And it opens up a lot of like power to the Flash. Some interesting capabilities that, as a fan of comic book characters and superpowers, I think it makes it more interesting. Plus I like that there's the null force or the slow force. And then there's other forces. I guess there's a strong force and I think it's mind force. You guys can put in chat and correct me. Tell me what's going on with that. I like the world building stuff. I like learning about these things. I'm not a real big fan of like the million Flashes. I was doing some Flash wiki stuff to like kind of just catch up, like learn. I found out there's been 9 people who have worn the Flash mantle. I'm like, you gotta be guessed too many, and that's not even counting, I guess, all the variant speed. There's just way too many Speed Force. It's like a legion of Flashes. It's just too much. I hate that's if I could pick one thing about DC Comics that annoys the crap out of me. I mean, besides the whole modern AT&T crap where they're just doing stupid shit, I hate how DC Comics has these huge like long line of other people that carry the mantle. I hate that there's a bazillion Green Lanterns. I hate that there's, now they're making a billion different Wonder Women. I hate that there's a legion of Flashes. Green Arrow's got Arsenal, and then they've got Red Arrow, and how many Arrow characters are there? I mean, how far can you take a character that shoots a bow and arrow anyway, that you need multiples? Oh, we got a whole legion of bow characters. Oh, blah, blah. Like, why do this? It ceases to make the character that it's based on special. You dilute the character. I don't need 50 million Supermen. I don't need Superboy, Supergirl, and Superwoman, and Chinese Superman and, another Superboy, because now there's 2 Superboys, and now one of them's grown up to be a second Superman. Like, how many? No, just one. Last Son of Krypton. That's it. One. Just one Superman. That should be it. I get it that they have I tolerate Supergirl because I know that's just the way of comics. You have, if DC didn't license, didn't trademark Supergirl, that would just open it up for Marvel Comics to make a Supergirl, right? Say the comic, they both do that. So that's why there's a Spider-Girl. Every character that they create, there's gonna be so that the competition can't then take that name. That's whatever. I guess that's part of doing business. But when you go beyond that, when there's Batman, there's a couple Batmans now, and you got 5, 6 different Robins. Like, really, like, just. And then it gets so derivative. It's so insular because then a lot of times this becomes like family based. It's never like, oh, I don't want to say never. But you know what I'm saying? It's often like someone that's related to the other characters becomes part. Like, oh, geez, really? The whole family? Sorry, I'm just on a rant. Sit on my soapbox. That's what I like to do. That's why I come here. So I can sit here and get on my soapbox, drink liquor, and shout at you guys. You kids don't know how good you got it today. Oh, I don't know why I said that. That didn't even make sense. Melissa says Fox plans to ruin the Flintstones. I don't know what you could do to the Flintstones to ruin them. I mean, you could remake a new Flintstones series and it can be stupid, but you'll always have the old Flintstones. I don't think characters. I think the only thing that can be ruined is when you have something ongoing. Like comics can be ruined because they're ever going, right? So like right now, Superman's completely ruined. Bendis came in, hardcore assassinated, and GTFO'd. And now Superman is just completely destroyed. But I can say that it's destroyed because it's still like an ongoing thing. Superman didn't like end. Comics aren't meant to end, right? And like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was ruined with one more day. But things that do have endings, like a movie, like one of my favorite movie franchises, right? Terminator. I'm a huge James Cameron fan. Terminator 1 and 2, fantastic movies. Also, good on that line, Aliens franchise. I love Alien and Aliens. Amazing films. Sequels, utter dog shit. Same with Terminator, utter crap. But you can't really ruin Terminator, I guess, because like those ended. Like I can just ignore the rest. They don't have anything to do with anything. You bring back the Flintstones and make it stupid, like you did with Scooby-Doo. They did a recent Scooby-Doo movie, and it was all woke and stupid. Whatever. It doesn't ruin the childhood Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo stuff that I watched as a kid. That's that's just my opinion. Let's see. Eric is singing. I drink alone. Yeah, with nobody else. I shouldn't sing. After story time for more Flash, head over to Thinking Critical to see Flash retrospective I did with Wes and the award-winning editor Joe Corallo. Shameless plug. All right, cool. Yeah, go check it out. I guess. Where's Joe? I don't see Joe much anymore. He used to frequent me. Not frequent me, but like come by. Must be busy. Although this stream is pretty late. Let's see. Eric says, yeah, the Spider family thinks that's nuts. Right? Spider-Man is another one of those. They have a whole Spider-Verse. When DC tries to please everyone, they end up pleasing no one. That is a rule of life, of everything. You can, how's that old saying go? You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. Wait. You can please some of the people all the time, but you can't please all the people. So I don't know how that goes. It's been a long time since I've used that one. Dragon Ball says you can make a PS5 fighting game with nothing but Superman. That's how many there is. Oh, man. I'm thumbs up number 5. Who's going to be number 6? Oh, thank you, man, for promoting that. Supergirl's the only family Clark's got left. His family and planet died. Like, that's true. And it's supposed to be that way. That's the point. That's the point of Superman, is he is the last of Krypton. That's the point. That's entirely the point. You're not supposed to be like, oh, we got to write family for Kal-El because he's lonely. Oh, we need to give Bruce Wayne new parents again because it's so sad what happened to him. No, that's the point. The point. He doesn't have parents. That's the point. The character. I gotta say, credit where credit's due. The only thing Bendis did good on the new Superman run was he killed Kandor. I was like, I wanted to stand up and applaud. That was, man. Have you seen that meme of Shia LaBeouf standing in the theater clapping? That's me when he did when he killed Kandor. I was like, fucking yes. The last thing we need is a whole city full of Supermen. That's the dumb, like, whichever writer, Eric, if you're still here, you can probably tell me because you know everything about Superman. It's probably John Byrne too. It's probably someone really big and, you know, like as a legend in the industry. But whichever writer decided it was a good idea to have the city of Kandor all preserved needs to be smacked. That was stupid. And thank you, Bendis. Thank you, Bendis, for killing that shit off. I get it. You can't kill Supergirl. But like I said, she's part of the business, right? But how you handle Supergirl can make all the difference. I thought it was really cool when they made Supergirl Red Lantern. But whatever. Let's see. Supergirl is his dad's brother's daughter. His dad's brother, so his uncle's daughter, which would make him. So you could just say she's his cousin, Melissa. You had to make it all complicated. Oh man. Which of course she is. Of course. Again, remember what I said before? Got to be all in the family. It's got to be all insular. I hate that. Oh, what's the chances that the one other person that escaped Krypton was related to Kal-El? Of course. Sorry. It's just one of those pet peeves I have. I just don't like it. They should have made Supergirl some completely random Kryptonian that had no relation at all. You could have done so much with that, but nope, she had to be part of the House of El. Because that's just how that works, I guess. Eric, I have the retrospective in my playlist to watch after this. Oh, look at that. You got a fan, Eric. Got a fan. Dominic is in the house. Good to see you, Dominic. Melissa says Kandor being destroyed pissed me off. Well, I'm sorry, Melissa. That was the best thing that he did. Kandor needed to die. That was a dumb thing. It should never existed. Eric, back me up on this. Yeah, you're supposed to tell me who did Kandor. Was that a John Byrne thing? No, that's not a John Byrne thing. I wonder who would have done something stupid like that. That's just dumb. There's no point to have a Kandor because you can't ever let them out of the bottle. It fundamentally would break Superman to have millions of Kryptonians now. I mean, the very idea, first of all, that Superman is like this god because he's at a yellow sun is retarded at face value. If you think about it, if you go back to the Golden Age, right? Simon and Schuster never invented Superman to be he was kind of strong and he was about like Captain America level power, right? Okay, he's from another planet. You think, okay, other Kryptonians that get around a yellow sun, they can kind of run fast and they're strong, whatever. But Superman literally can like move planet. I mean, the things that Superman has done is godlike. And I'm like, there's a whole planet of these MFers. Why don't they ever leave? I mean, they had space travel. We've seen in the comic books, and now that there's a whole galaxy because they've expanded DC, and like, oh, there's a whole, now Superman's son, did the United Nations of Planets thing, stupid. So the Kryptonians, they just stayed at their planet with the red sun. I'd been like, I'm out of here. Let's get on a freaking spaceship and go find a planet with a yellow sun so we can live like gods. But it was never designed that way. And like DC, as they painted Superman, when Superman was the only being like that, they could get away with making him like crazy, like, but then they're like, oh, there's a whole city of these MFers just sitting here. All we got to do is find why did Superman never find a planet for these guys? It's kind of a failure, Kal-El. You got a couple million people sitting in this planet. How many times have you been around Brainiac? You could have had him pull out of the bottle, but you never did. You just let him sit there in your fortress of solitude, like pets, and then how many times have you just gone away and it's like left him? Like, I don't know. It's dumb. If you sit and think about Kandor, the dumber it gets. Sorry. It just doesn't work. If Supergirl wasn't related to Superman, then he should date her and not Lois to keep the pure Kryptonian genes going. Making them related keeps Lois in the picture. Well, the thing is Superman embraces his humanity. Superman's not. That's one of the things that makes Superman who he is. He's not like Zod, for example, who is like the Aryan, the whole like species supreme. Like we can't. Superman wouldn't do that. I think that's what kind of makes Superman special, is that he's like, I don't need to be with another Kryptonian, because look, even if there was only one, if there was only one man and one woman Kryptonian and they're not related, so like, oh, they're not related, so they can like get together and have kids and repopulate, except then you're expecting your kids to be together because it's the only way you know what I'm saying? So you're now going to have your children and expect them to have incestual relationships with each other so you can repopulate your bloodline. Like, no, it still wouldn't work. That's creepy. So Ed Brewer's here. Yo, he says, welcome, Ed. Good that you could tear yourself away from Valheim for a few minutes. Who am I kidding? You're probably playing this as we speak. FF2 is in the house. Shofar 7 AU. There's probably a special way to say that. I don't know. Good to see you. Says, I found the Triggered Moron Guild today. Oh, is that this place? Is that you're trying to throw some sort of shade? The Triggered Moron Guild. It's so dumb. Oh my goodness. DCAU, he took Kandor to a planet to populate in the Batman Beyond era, I think. Well, it doesn't matter what he did with Kandor. The problem is when you stop and think about it, you have a city full of Superman, the most powerful beings in the galaxy. The things that Superman is capable of doing that they've put, and you're going to say that there's like millions of these guys now? They would just conquer the galaxy. Because remember, Kryptonians don't all have Superman's moral compass. Because Krypton, by all accounts, was full of a lot of elitists and thought they were supreme to everybody. The Kandorians aren't going to come out and just be like, hey, they're probably going to conquer the galaxy. It's this terrible idea. It doesn't, and from a writing perspective is where I'm coming at, making Superman part of just, there's millions of these things doesn't make Superman special anymore. New Robin looks weird, or was weird. Latest Detective Comics is better than the latest Action Comics, says RDV. I wouldn't know because I don't read any of that shit. So thank you for reading that, so I don't have to, I guess. Dominic says, I hope the comic book reading order website was Helpflash. Yeah, it's kind of helpful. There's a couple good reading orders. The Valiant reading order is helpful. And then there's a Jonathan Hickman reading order that I want to use. FF2, hear the logic. Why create the United States when we still have problems on Earth? Bendis is an idiot. I'm not sure how to answer that one. The United States was simply created because it was a bunch of people trying to flee tyranny. And they found a new land. They're like, can we just be alone? Leave us alone? No, you won't leave us alone? All right, fine, we'll fight you. Okay, now we leave us alone? Okay, we'll fight you again. Now we leave us alone? Okay, thanks. Well, now we'll be left alone. That's pretty much how the United States was created. Working all week. Won't be online at home until Saturday. Then Valheim, says Ed. Oh, okay. I hope you're not having too serious withdrawals. Let's see. Kandor is Superman people. He probably, by the Batman Beyond era, put them on the planet to restart. He cares about them and keeps them in a bottle to prevent what? To prevent them being free? Does that sound like a Superman thing to do? How would you like to be kept in a bottle, Melissa? Like, every way you think about Kandor, it's a terrible thing. Now, my argument isn't that I want to see people die. If this was all real, it wasn't fantasy make-believe, of course I'd want to see the Kandorians saved and all this stuff. But it's fiction. So I'm thinking in the terms of a writer. And the existence of Kandor in the terms of a writer is stupid. It just, all it does is open up all sorts of problems for Superman stories and the world of DC. It's a dumb thing. It needs to go away. Just like all the various forms of kryptonite. It became ludicrous. When they're like, let's have the rainbow of fruit flavors of kryptonite. You're like, oh, God. No, so now there's a kryptonite that can turn you into Superman. You're like, oh, this is stupid. You just jumped the shark. It just... FF2 said, I said United Planets, not states, you dumbass. Oh, I said the dumbass part. But thanks, FF2. I'm sorry, I did read that incorrectly. Yeah, I should probably... Sorry. That changes the whole thing about... United. Here's the logic. Why create United Planets when we have problems on Earth? Bendis is an idiot. Yep, bingo. You're right. Okay. Context makes everything. Ash, after you finish the Flash storyline, you should read Hawkman next to prove how awesome it is. Hawkman's got nothing to prove, Maranya. Maybe I'll consider it. I had thought about doing Hawkman, but you really got to have 7 issues. You got to do all 12. I don't know. I don't know. Hawkman is really cool. Let's see. Melissa says he keeps him in a bottle till he can find him a new home. How long is he going to take, Melissa? Because he's had ample opportunity to find him a new home. He doesn't. He just keeps him in that bottle. And guess what? Now they're dead because he waited so long and Rogolzar came and killed them all. So now that's on him. Blood's on his hands because he could have found him a home years and years ago, but he didn't because he was lazy, I guess. I don't know. Just dumb. And like I said, from a writer's standpoint, let's say he does find him a home. Now, guess what? You've got a whole planet full of Kryptonians. What do you do with them? Not even Superman can stop them because you got millions of them. It's dumb. It's dumb. This the Kryptonian concept on its face. Oh, look, you're just normal people, but you get in front of a yellow sun and you become more powerful than any super being of any comic ever. FF2 says Hawkman is on the list, but I didn't get around to it. What are you getting around to, FF2? That's what I want to know. That's the real question. CW says, or sorry, RDV says CW Kung Fu is awesome. Original Kung Fu is trash. There is no Kung Fu in the original show. Uh-oh. That's beeping. Oop, gotta stop. I think you're trolling, RDV. Stop trolling. I bought Hostess apple pies. Fun size are super small. Okay. Who wants fun size? I want family size. Melissa says this is not stupid. He's preserving his race and saving them from extinction. But he didn't preserve them. They're dead because he kept them in a bottle. And furthermore, the only reason Superman works, if there was a race of Kryptonians, there wouldn't be a Superman. I don't understand. This is we'll just agree to disagree. Yeah. I thought Superman has no way to restore Kandor to original size. He does not personally, but how many times has he interacted with Brainiac since? Case in point, Superboy, in a recent story, interacted with Brainiac, and Brainiac shrunk Metropolis and put them in a bottle. I'm assuming they got Metropolis out of that bottle. Couldn't get Kandor out of the bottle at the same time while you're getting Metropolis out of the bottle. And besides, why do you need to find them another planet? Just let them out of the bottle and they'll be super. They can go find their own planets. They'll all be supermen. Just, you're free. You don't need help. It's not like they're like a helpless little duckling that you have to like nurse feed bottle. Oh, your mama is gone. We'll have to. No, just let them out of the bottle. You're boom. You're Superman. Anyways, it's gonna go on for that forever. Was not my intent to rant about that. Real quick before we get into the comic. No, I gotta stay true to my alarm. We gotta do comics because that's what I promised. I need to be more disciplined and deliver on what I say. And what I said is when the alarm goes, it's time for some Flash. All right. So this is issue 3 of the Rebirth series. And all right. Got that going. All right. So a little bit of disclaimer. Oh, shit. I'm out of beer. That sucks. Little disclaimer, as I say, I am not a professional voice actor, so you're not going to get a professional voice acting performance. I have not read this book previously, so it's going to be what we call a cold read, which means, I might stutter through some stuff, misread things, and also it doesn't help that I'm reading panel to panel, as you'll see. So sometimes it's difficult to tell who's saying what because the word balloon goes off panel, and I don't, and so sometimes I use the wrong voices, but it's all good fun. You're not paying for this, so sit back, enjoy the ride, and if you're unhappy, just drink more, and then your quality of life and your perception of my channel will improve drastically. Good thing I got some iced tea for backup. All right, here we go. As soon as I learned to walk, my mom and dad told me never to run in traffic. But once I was hit by the lightning, it became just another part of my day. Yesterday, a Speed Force storm created a whole new kind of traffic in Central City. Dozens of untrained speedsters were given speed abilities just like mine. Got it! 5 seconds to hit all the safety deposit boxes. New record! Go! Maybe I'm a square, but when I got my powers, using them to my own advantage never crossed my mind. Woo, woo, woo. Not all the new speedsters feel the same. But thankfully, I have a partner. Ah, busted. That's enough joyriding, boys. Detective August Hart of Central City Police, and the first of the new speedsters. Do you know how fast you were going? August is probably enjoying taking down these kids a bit more than he should, but we make a pretty good team. And we have our work cut out for us. Another daring crime committed by some Central City speedsters stopped by the Flash and his mysterious new partner. No word from the Flash or Star Labs on what caused the mysterious lightning storm that created the new speedsters, but it appears they're here to stay. Well, rogues, looks like it's time we left Central City for a while. Ever since the Speed Force storm, I've noticed that I've slowed down a shade, sharing the Speed Force with all the new speedsters. These restraints should keep them from running away. We've been lucky so far, Flash. A few small-time opportunities here and there, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. What are you saying? I'm a worst-case scenario kind of guy. Eventually, we're going to encounter someone using our powers for much more than robbing banks. You have to have faith in people, August. Yeah, well, where are we going to keep these faithful speedsters? Where else? Iron Heights. Every time I save the city, there's a talk of creating a museum in my honor. But I always say no because I don't do this to collect trophies. But Iron Heights is a testament to my losses. My mother's killer used to call himself Professor Zoom. But now Eobard Thawne calls this prison home. These metal walls keep me away from Thawne, but it's still too close. We meet the CCPD here because Iron Heights is a special holding cell that can keep the speedsters in check until we figure out what to do with them. The guards are explaining it to us, but I'm thinking about Thawne. August can tell something is wrong, so I fill him in on everything. Holy, that is crazy. Zoom did all that just to make you suffer? I knew that Thawne murdered your mother, but I had no idea. If it were me, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing my mother's killer was still alive in this place. I could have just dropped the rogue speedsters off myself. You didn't have to come here. Thanks, August, but I'm not going to let Zoom interfere with helping Central City. And right now, the city needs me investigating what caused the Speed Force storm. Flash, there can only be one group responsible. The Black Hole. There is no way Dr. Carver is not connected to the Speed Force storm. Black Hole was the first real lead I've had on my brother's case since Billy Parks was released. If they know where Parks is, I might finally bring him to justice for killing my brother. We'll need to follow the evidence, August. Why would Black Hole want to create an army of speedsters? Maybe they're all working together? I don't think the men we stopped today knew anything about any master plan. Thankfully, Iron Heights already has the technology to contain Thawne and was prepared to hold the speedsters. Don't worry, Flash. This temp lockup is good enough for processing. They're not going anywhere. Between Iron Heights and Star Labs, you're covered. What about Star Labs? You didn't hear? I thought you'd be the first to know. Star Labs built a Speed Force training center. Where did these speedsters come from? I had no idea there were so many. Star Labs put this together pretty fast. Excuse me, How'd you find out about this place? Oh, wow. You're the Flash. Well, Star Labs set up a website, and I heard there was a hotline you could call as well. Flash, look how fast they're hauling it. Impressive. No one has clocked in as fast as you, if you were worried, Flash. Not yet, at least. I don't believe we've ever met. I'm Dr. Mina Dawn. Or sorry, why do you gotta make names no one can pronounce? How do you pronounce that? Dawin? Dawin? Is H silent? Look, I get people in the real world have names that don't look like they, like that's, I get it, but this is fiction. You should. Sorry. It's me on my soapbox again. Take two. I don't believe we've ever met. I'm Dr. Mina Dawan. I used to work in the Star Labs, less than exciting Newton's practical application department. But I'm fascinated by the Speed Force storm and its effect on Central City citizens, so I've been named the director of our new Speed Force testing center. I've heard of you. You come over from Argus, some kind of uber genius. Aren't they all? Aren't they all? Now, where would you get that info, I wonder? What can I say? I enjoyed reading Star Labs employee files in my spare time. Everyone knows the Flash, but who are you? Haven't chosen a fancy name yet. It's really great that what you built here, Dr. Dewan. I wish I had something like this when I became the Flash, but I hope you're not planning to use these people as lab rats. Slow down. The Speedsters came to Star Labs for help with their powers. We're not experimenting. We're making sure they're healthy. And really, they just want to feel safe. I can relate. How so? Because I just ran to Keystone City and back. Not too shabby. You can flirt later. We can't ignore our day jobs much more, Flash. We need to investigate Black Hole. I'm not... Dr. Dewan, you and Star Labs seem to have this under control. The Flash and I might be better off catching people trying to abuse these gifts. Not everyone wants to be a superhero, you know. Exactly. Some just want to get back to their real lives. These people, they didn't ask for this. Let me show you something. Before the Speed Force storm dissipated, Star Labs was able to gather enough data to find that there was, for lack of a better word, a lightning rod that attracted it to Central City. I believe that it was me. You can read these screens? I might know a thing or two about the science of the Speed Force. Okay, well, I'm not trying to say that this makes them your responsibility, but they are. Which is why I should be out there finding them before they use the Speed Force to hurt themselves. Not all of the speedsters are jet-setting around the city. Some are scared, too afraid to leave their homes. What? You should check it out, Flash. I'll cover the city and see if there are any other criminal speedsters, while you two kids help each other. Are you sure? What are friends for? See ya. He's right. Having a partner means we can be in two places at once, so we should take advantage of it. Oh, I was reading the wrong thing. See, that's what... I hate when I do that. It's embarrassing. He's right. Having a partner means we can be in two places at once, so we should take advantage of it. Show me these speedsters who need help, Doctor. Try and keep up. Central City Crime Lab. Come on. You can't let me get a peek at the black hole. Wait, you can't even let me get a peek at the black hole file? At least tell me what the black hole stole, David. Oh, no. Don't you David me. You are not allowed to get a look at crime scene files. This is not a new rule, West. Sing. Dozens of new speedsters are running around the central city, and exiled former Star Labs employees are committing armed robbery in the streets. If Black Hole and the new speedsters are connected, the people have a right to know. Oops. User error. Sorry. Continuing. How did you know that Black Hole are ex-Star Labs scientists? We've always been pro-Flash household. Thank you. Can you help our baby girl? I'll do my best, ma'am. I've already talked to Avery, but I'm just another doctor to her. I figured that she'd be more responsive talking to you, the Flash. Wow! The Flash is in my room. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I hope I live long enough to post this on Instagram. I tried to get her to take some deep breaths, but it's not her breathing that's the problem, Doctor. Avery, Dr. Dewan tells me that you can't slow down. Oh my god, Flash, I'm so scared. What if I can't stop moving and I'm stuck like this for the rest of my life, and then I'll lose all my friends because they all think that I'm different and we tried and not able to hang out with anymore. I don't think I could handle that kind of rejection. And I hear you, Avery. I've been there before. It's really easy to spiral when your mind is racing like this, but I'm going to show you a simple trick so you can ground yourself, okay? I want you to try to make a fist. Can you do that? I think I can. Good. Now release each finger and tell me something that you love. Try to use short answers. My bright red kicks? My Tales of Fire and Ice books? My dog Mikasa? My mom? And Dad? Hey. Cool. Thanks. It was all you. An emotional answer for a science problem? My head has gotten a bit lost in the Speed Force before. I find remembering the things you love helps you stay grounded. I'll have to remember that. Avery, I know that you're afraid that people will think you're different because of your speed. But different can be amazing, and Star Labs wants to help you. But isn't Star Labs just a bunch of doctors? I'm not sure if that's something I'm into. You don't have to come with us. It's your choice. But if you do decide to come with us, we can run there together. First, it was with August. Now Avery and Mina. I'm enjoying teaching people what I've learned about the Speed Force. Not sure exactly what caused the Speed Force storm. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Sorry, pause here. The Comixology crapped out. Where are? Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Didn't lose so many pages. But the least I can do is help people affected by it. Are you sure this is a good idea, Flash? If I'm going to train the speedsters, it's going to be all of them. Even the criminals? No one was hurt this morning, and keeping the 3 of them locked up in Iron Heights isn't good for anyone. I'd rather teach them myself than create new rogues in training. It's very kind of you. Most people would have just written them off. They'll be safe at Star Labs. We have the resources there to make sure that they stay out of trouble. You have my word. It'll be great working with beep, beep, beep. What is that? The alarms. Something is wrong in the temporary lockup. Beep, 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 beep. Your partner is in there now. My partner? What is he doing? Here. How did this happen? They're all dead? August? I'll get security. Can you feel that? Stay back, Mina. This is a crime scene. Okay, but these men have no connection to the Speed Force anymore. Except Flash. August, you're alive. I came to check in on the robbers from this morning, but someone broke in. They knew how to vibrate through walls. Who did? Who did this? He said his name was Godspeed. Dun dun dun. He was so fast. I tried to save them, but he used the Speed Force as a weapon. I had a feeling, man. I was like, why would all these speed... Oh, man. And this... the CW show trained me. Because that's what the CW show is all about. Is like evil speedsters wanting to steal the Speed Force from other speedsters. And so I'm like, oh, why would you want to make all these speeds? Oh, so that you could be an evil speedster and you could steal the Speed Force from all these. That's... We'll see. Godspeed's a... I want to say he's a cool villain. I really don't know, but he's got a cool name. I think I've read one story with Godspeed. Let's see. Melissa's RDV this generation is low intelligence, no respect for classics. No respect for the classics. Respect the classics. Yes and no. Just because something's old doesn't make it good, though. There was plenty of bad stuff. We just tend to forget about it because cream rises to the top and bad stuff goes down the memory hole. And so when you look back in the past, all you remember is the good stuff for the most part. And it seems like, oh, look, wasn't the past full of great comics? And it's like, well, yeah, I've got boxes of shit, though, that you would be amazed at. You'd just be like, what the hell? Has anyone read any new indie books? I have. I do a show on it. It's, Monday. Let's see. Last Monday, you missed it. But I don't know. You might have been there. I don't think you missed it, actually. Have you watched the new show? It's actually really great. What new show? I don't know what new show you're talking about. It's pretty decent for a CW show. Oh, you must be talking about Superman. Really great is a little bit extreme. I wouldn't say it's really great. I would say that it's surprisingly entertaining. That's how I would define it. RDV says, I'm not a cultist. I also don't shit on shows that I've never watched. That's a good thing. I do, however, shit on comics I've never read. Is that a bad thing? Sometimes you just know, though. Let's see. How long do you think this new Kung Fu will last, RDV? Asked Dominic Powell. I have no idea. I have no interest in watching new Kung Fu. But I'm not anti-CW anymore like I used to be. Because obviously I'm watching The Flash. I'm watching The Arrow as well. Although, man, like every other episode, I'm like cringing and wanting to like face palm. They're fun shows. It's like, it's just fast food show. Like if you watch the Arrow, it's like you just sit back and you know it's gonna have some bunch of silliness, some bad writing, but it's fun. The one thing I can't ridicule the CW, well, maybe some of the ones I haven't watched. Like I hear that Batwoman's not very fun, but for the most part, the ones that are successful, the CW shows. I mean, even Supergirl. I watched more than a couple episodes of Supergirl, and it's not for me. But it's all these shows are at least having fun with themselves. I made a comment. I think it was on my Discord channel. I was talking about how unlike the Falcon and Winter Soldier is like 10 times better as far as like production values and like acting and everything goes than a CW show. The presentation is great. But I didn't have an interest to go past the second episode. I was bored. And I thought about watching the next episode, and I was like, felt like a chore. The CW shows never feel like a chore. Now, granted, I'm cringing sometimes, and I want to throw things because they make characters I hate. Like, I still hate Iris West. She's just an awful character. I hate in the Arrow. I swear I want to see Thea. I want to see Thea and the two stupid sisters that go back and forth being like the Black Canary. Stupid. I hate those girls. I'm like, oh look, I'm an attorney and I can just run around and be the Black Canary because reasons. Like and they just always have the worst attitude. Thea, though, I swear, I want to see a knife ram. No, I don't. That's violent. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they have characters that I just hate. And it makes it harder to watch a show. Don't make stupid characters that you hate. But anyways, my point is that the shows, they have fun with themselves. And love them or hate them. You don't have to like them. I really don't recommend them to anyone. I only watch them mostly to be informed because, a lot of you guys watching the channel, a lot of other people I talk to watch the shows, and I want to at least be able to like talk on the show and be able to like just not just sit back in the corner and be like, I don't know, never seen it. At least now I can be like, oh yeah, I've seen the show, and be able to talk on it. Yeah. Let's see. RDB says Arrow was made like Batman because Warner Brothers couldn't let CW make a Batman series. Well, and probably, because they wanted to make a Batman show. I don't actually have a problem that Arrow is made like Batman, to be fair. I don't even have that much of a problem when they change that sort of direction on a character. The problems I usually have is when they fundamentally change the character themselves. Like Oliver Queen, as far as I can tell, is still fundamentally Oliver Queen. Some of his methods feel more Batman-y, like the writing feels more like it's trying to create a Batman show, but it's not like they fundamentally just destroyed like the personality, the character that guy is. Not that I was ever really invested in him anyway. And I think that's kind of an important deal for me. I'm cool. You can't do a Batman show. The Arrow is kind of like, hey, here's what a Batman show might be like. Watching the Superman show though, with its production values, makes me kind of go, maybe like a few years down the road, after Arrow's long gone, maybe we do get a Batman show. Maybe we see like what they can do. That'd be pretty cool to see a good Batman show. Let's see. Black Hole has rip-off Iron Man armor. Well, yeah, maybe. They gave a supernatural main plot while having character help people each up. What? I don't know what you're talking about. So I could get lost. The black hole is like an evil Star Labs. Yeah. Well, aren't they? Isn't they from Arc? I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm a kind of a DC novice. Like, I only came into DC in 2018, so there's so much in the DC universe. I kind of know, like, kind of what Argus is. Isn't Argus kind of like a espionage agency in the DC universe? You know, Star Labs is a science agency. Star Labs is weird. Ash, just call her Mina. Last names aren't important for minor characters. Well, if it is important if I have to read it. You say that, or RDV, because you get to just listen. I have to like figure out how to deliver the lines. I don't have a director. I don't have a supporting cast. I have to do it all myself. There's a lot of pressure. You don't know. Black Hole has fake Yeezys. Iron Man has genuine articles. You guys, weird shit to talk about. Mark raised. Let's see. They claimed it was pronounced Dewan. Who's they? Okay, Dewan. Okay. Kung Fu Legend continues. You guys talking? Okay, I don't care about Kung Fu. It's dumb. Barry's the science guys. Wally West is the spiritual guy. That's how things are. Okay, that's good to know. I always wondered where Wally's place and all that. I do kind of like that Barry is a forensic scientist, though. Kind of goes with what, you know, he does as a superhero. RDV says, oh, time jump. Oh, that was when the circle. That was just, yeah, because Comixology always crashes. Boneless wings or bone-in chicken wings? Which is better for you guys? This is FF2. Well, that is simple, FF2, because there's only one kind of wing, and that's a bone-in. Boneless wings are just chicken nuggets. So your question should be chicken nuggets or chicken wings, which is better? And they're both pretty good. Depends on what I'm in the mood for. But if I want wings, I want wings. RDV says, we need more Iris West. Yes, we do. Just not on the CW show. All-Star Superman, he freed the Kandorians on a planet before they left their new home. They cured kids of cancer. What happened to... first of all, I didn't know we were still talking about Kandor, but do you not see the problem, Melissa? Now everyone's cured of cancer. Now what do you do with the stories? This is my problem with SJW comics. Is they want to just write and like they want to like fix the world. Well, they want to write these stories of all these characters who are just better. Well, okay, we'll fix the world. Great. Now what kind of stories do you have to do? They don't want to have villains anymore. They want all the villains to be redeemed. You know, it's like, well, that's great. Then what are you going to write about? Anyone can write a story and say, look, this super being came and he cured AIDS and he cured cancer and he made world peace and everyone got along. Okay, cool. What are we going to write for next month's issue? we have to remember that these are fictional stories, and those type of things are good to wish for. Like, wouldn't that be nice if in reality that happened? But when you're a story writer, conflict drives stories. You need conflict. I don't know why I need to get out of these weeds. Melissa, you keep pulling me back in. Ronnie says bone in. Cooking meat on the bone gives it much more flavor than boneless. That is true to a point. And like I said, with the wings. But you can't deny good nuggets, Marania, man. You're going to tell me I got some Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets and you're going to be like, no bone, I don't want them. No, you're not. You're going to devour those things. Ed says bone in 100%. Doug says chicken breasts. Right on, Doug. Forget wings. We want breasts. Hardy V says, Iris West is the CW Flash that we deserve, Ash. Wait, huh? That didn't even make sense. Dragon Ball says, I mean, I like narrated slideshows. Why is it still a still picture? I only read good books. I don't remember hearing about this one. But did I hear about the Phoenix tournament where everyone's fighting each other right now in Marvel? I don't like reading books about cancer and AIDS, bro. You don't? I thought everyone liked reading books about cancer and AIDS. Let's see. In DC 1 million, they moved to Earth's sun and made evolved peacefully Kryptonian society. Yeah, that's just not Krypton. And it's also, anyways, I'm not gonna, you're sucking me back in. Resist, help me. I feel like I'm in quicksand. Someone throw me a rope. When looking back to the past, it's important to acknowledge both the good and the bad as we keep moving forward. Same thing applies to entertainment. Yeah, I mean, well, I think if you're going back to what I was saying before about how, like, the cream rises to the top, the current always seems weaker or, you know, like less good because we see like everything that's coming out, and it kind of takes some time to really recognize what the good things are, like what stands the test of time, right? You know, like the classic movies is an example. You know, when Pulp Fiction came out back in the 90s, people liked it. You know, Forrest Gump beat it out. I mean, a lot of movie snobs are like, there's no way Pulp Fiction's a better movie. But it's like, yeah, 20 years later, you can go back and you can look and like see it that way. But at the time, it just, you know, it's not always that easy to see. You're too close to it. And, you know, the bad movies at the time, we're like, yeah, whatever crap movies are coming out, you know, but then in, you know, 20 years when no one gives a shit about Transformers because they were never really good movies, we're going to, you know, we're going to, you know, forget about it. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Nothing makes sense what I'm saying. I got to dig out of this. Ronnie says, I've never had Chick-fil-A, so I can't judge their chicken nuggets. Most chicken nuggets are meta me. You never had Chick-fil-A? Are you live? What the damn? How are you? I need more beer. Can someone please send Marani some Chick-fil-A? Please? Like, how you never, how, man. Chick-fil-A nuggets are good. Their chicken strips are pretty good too. They're both pretty good. The only problem with their nuggets, they're kind of small. You can get an 8-piece or a 12-piece. I would get the 12-piece, and even then, I'm like, I could have 12 more of these. They're not enough, but they're tasty. They are very tasty. Let's see. Dominic Powell says, I was going to say Fight Club mixed with Hunger Games for the new Robin series. What? Oh, you guys are talking about... Oh, okay. RDV says, the new Robin book is Robin joining a blood sport tournament on a hidden private island. Oh, what a shocker. You're telling me they're writing tournaments? It's almost like every comic is just becoming a fight tournament? It's almost like that's all the Tumblr writers and artists know how to do in comics. Wow, great, awesome. So excited. I'm so glad I'm not reading that trash. RDV liked it, though. Let's see. Great, I think I'm caught up. Speaking of caught up, let's talk about comics for a second before we get on to the next issue. I like to do my thing that you guys are familiar with, where I talk about comic deals on Comixology. But today, there's some good deals. First of all, Marvel. Now, Marvel is kind of shitty right now. I get it. I'm not telling you to buy any modern Marvel books right now. But Marvel wasn't always shitty. So there's some good stuff. Now, I've always wanted to read this Earth X series. I never have. But one series I did read, and it's one of my favorite comics of all time, is Marvel's right here. And this, you can get the 25th anniversary edition, which is all 4 of the original Marvels, the annotated editions, which were like $8.99 a piece when they came out, the Marvel's epilogue book that came out in 2019, which is basically issue number 5, which has this white cover. This is a fantastic series. Holy crap. I own it. As you can see, that's why it says read here. $2.54. This is no brainer. Get you this book. That's the for sure thing. This is a book you want to have. Reread it every couple years. You might want some of the Earth X stuff. This Marvel's Eye of the Camera I might pick up. It's kind of like a sequel to Marvel's. And I was kind of unsure because, Marvel's has the gorgeous Ross art inside. It's one of the few books that Alex Ross did the interior art as well as the, pretty much like the covers that he only does today. And I was like, this Marvel's Eye of the Camera is not going to have Alex Ross art, but check the art it does have out. I mean, it's pretty good, like painted style art. So, and it's got, the same writer, Kurt Busiek, and Roger Stern, legendary. So that seems like something I need to pick up. And then, of course, the whole Earth X, Paradise X, Universe X, etc. They're all in here. Check that out. But that's still not even like the big sale. Where is it? I see they do like an Avengers X-Men sale, like every month it seems. This happens all the time. Probably because these books never sell. But one thing that annoys me is if you go like to view more to see all the books, they don't sell the one book that's good, which was the old X-Men versus the Avengers. That's the way to remember it. It was when X-Men's first. It's not Avengers versus X-Men. It was X-Men versus the Avengers. That book was fantastic. They never have that on sale. Probably because that one sells. So DC's got some stuff. You got some Nightwing. Still not. Keep going. Invincible. I've been reading some Invincible stuff. Been getting back into this because of the TV show, and I'm glad that I did. The TV show breathed fresh life into this. I know, Ronnie, you like this book. And I was just kind of like, it's okay. I went back. I reread the first trade again. I was like, and now I'm on the second one. It's because that show, man, I want more of it. Here we go. So Marvel is having a May the 4th sale for Star Wars. Now, not all of you guys are Star Wars fans. I get it. Some of you might be Star Wars fans like me, where you're like, I like the movies, but screw the comics. Well, I kind of get that too. But there's some decent comics in there to be had. But the big key is look at these prices, not the Disney shit. The Disney shit's good prices, right? Okay, fine. But there's not really much to be had in the Disney stuff. So the Marvel Legends, look at these prices. 95% off. You're getting huge trades. Like this one, the best Star Wars book, the best Star Wars comic ever, in my not so humble opinion. This is the entire trilogy. I wish they would re-release this back in hardcover. I would buy this. I have the original comics. I have the trade paperback, and now I'm getting the digital. Normally it's $24.99, 84 cents. Like, damn. This is phenomenal. It's got the whole Dark Empire trilogy. 2 and 3, The first one is really the only one I care about. That was the good one. But still, for less than $1, this is a phenomenal book. But also, and I guess I could just let you see. I mean, I have different opinions. Some people love the Legends books, and that's kind of what I'm pointing out because one book, it's like $1. And the Heir to the Empire book is one I highly recommend for fans because they're good adaptations, but the art is really good, which is something that not all the Star Wars books always get. But my card is empty. Oh, it's because I'm not in the right browser. I don't understand why it doesn't save my. All right, so I'm gonna add this to the cart. That was one of them. I remember the books I was getting. Oh wait, and I'm gonna try this because people always recommend, and I always snub my nose up to it, and I'm like, no, and they're like, oh, Ash is good, you should read it, and I'm just like, no, I'm a snob. But at 84 cents, so I'm gonna add Star Wars Legacy because people said it's good, Ash, it's really good, and it's when I was checking it out and I was like, oh, it's Jan Dersima and John Ostrander doing the whole series. That's good credits. So I was like, okay, I want to try that out. So I'm keeping my mind open. Add that to cart. So there's 3 volumes of Star Wars Legacy. I'll try it out. Basically the price of one comic book, I'm getting like 1,500 pages of comics. And then look at all these omnibuses you can get for like $1. It's just like, this is crazy. If you're into this stuff, I mean, the entire X-Wing Rogue Squadron, Shadows of the Empire, I might pick up Shadows of the Empire. I was going to read the novel on that one, though. Where? So they have Heir to the Empire. Don't get this. Get this one over here. Thrawn Trilogy. Same price. 84 cents. 84 cents. This one just has the first book. This has all 3 books. Don't make the mistake. Where is the book? I'm looking. Oh, here we go. The Star Wars. So I don't know if any of you guys... This is interesting. I've been very curious to read this. This is a comic book adaptation that they did a while back that is an adaptation of the original screenplay to Star Wars that Lucas did before like they fleshed it all out, where the main character was Anakin Starkiller, and like it's just all different. And so they did an adaptation of that. And I'm very curious. And the art, look at the art, it's pretty good. So I was like, you know what? It's like 9 issues, I think, in total, 84 cents. I'm a Star Wars nut. I want to see this adaptation. I'm just very curious to see where the original story idea and how it evolved. So this is totally worth it to me. And I have 5 books in my cart here. Proceed to check out. $6.15. Woo! Look at that. For the price of one Batman comic, I've got 2,000 pages of Star Wars books here. So done. Anyways, I like to share deals with you. I know not everyone's going to be into the same things as everyone else, so this could be totally uninteresting to you. Or it could be like, oh, cool. Star Wars Dark Empire. That's all I gotta say. I should have froze the chat so that I don't have to scroll up and find where I was. Ronnie says, Eye of the Camera is pretty good. Black Widow issue 6 is out today. Says RDV. All right. AVX got Cable, who I love. Okay. Fun fact: Phil Sheldon cameos in Kingdom Come. Really? I didn't know. That is a fun fact, Melissa. The people who wear the wrenches near their names need to buy those books for Ash. No, that's not why they have wrenches. Let's see. Since you can't buy him a beer, buy him a book. I appreciate the notion, Dragon, but you should probably... Yeah, don't expect people to do what you're not willing to do yourself, I guess is where I was going to try to go with that. Maranya says, to me, the minister character in Kingdom Come felt a lot like Phil Sheldon. Ross said he based the minister on his father, as I recall. Okay. I don't know anything about that. I need to read Kingdom Come one day. RDV says, I'm buying statues and trades. And by the way, that should be mentioned. Based on the previous comment, I do want to point out that RDV actually has bought several things for me for the channel and stuff. I have read some of it on the streams actually for you guys. Like you guys got to get the Marvel Masterworks Spider-Man story that I did from Stan Lee. That was all courtesy of RDV. So that's so RDV actually has done that already. I should have no reason to expect anything more. Let's see. I like Star Wars. I'm playing Jedi Academy right now. For those of you who like Star Wars, are you guys, anyone excited for the remake of Knights of the Old Republic? Knights of the Old Republic is one of my favorite video games of all time. I don't really know how I feel about this. I'm like, why don't you just make good new stuff? I kind of want to see like a remake because it'd be really cool, like new graphics and stuff. But I'm just, can you just make Knights of the Old Republic 3? Can we get that instead? Dragon Ball says, all worth it for physical, ain't digital comics free. I don't know if that's a question. Pirating, I guess, is free, but it's free in the sense that you're stealing it. I don't know if it's not like free. So if you walked into a store and you just palmed a book and walked out, that would be free as well. So it's a weird, I don't understand your question. Original Star Wars Expanded Universe was an organic continuation of Star Wars than the original sequel trilogy will ever be. I don't share that opinion. The Expanded Universe did some way stupid shit that if it was happening today, people would be like, what the F is this? People were way more forgiving of the Expanded Universe because we didn't think we were going to get new movies. And so we just took whatever we could get. It's also a very big difference to read something in a book and just be like, oh, whatever. And to see it on the screen. When you see the Star Wars movie, I guarantee you, if Heir to the Empire was made into movies, people would probably not like them. I don't think they would be. But when you're starved for Star Wars content, and it's the first Star Wars book since Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which came out like right after the first movie, like it's a different attitude. It was like the toleration that people had for Phantom Menace. Like fans were just nutso. They're like, I don't care if it's the worst Star Wars movie ever made. It's still a Star Wars movie, and like we're excited. I think, look, Disney has not been doing a good job with Star Wars at all, in my opinion. And the biggest problem with Star Wars is it feels very corporatized. It doesn't have like a soul. It just feels like we're manufacturing product for you. You will enjoy it. Robots. Like no one seems to understand. And that's not what ever made Star Wars cool. Star Wars felt like out of Lucas's, body, mind, and soul. Like it was very much a product of the artist, right? It was a Lucas thing. Like, and no one will ever be able to recreate Star Wars because of that reason, because it was wholly like it's him. People can try to copy it. That's the best you can really hope to do, is be like, I kind of get how Lucas does things, so I'm gonna do my best, like a cover band, right? Usually cover songs are never as good as the original band, but the best thing you can kind of do oftentimes is just come as close as possible. So yeah, I'm a lot more forgiving in the comics and the books than I am in the movies. You can get away with a lot more, but when it's a movie, I expect it to be like the original trilogy, and when it's not, it stands out. Let's see. Dragon Ball says Darth Krayt is cool. Let's see. Dan Gersima writing and art. Check that out, Ash. Gersima did that for my favorite non-superhero DC book of all time, Arion, Lord of Atlantis. All right. Let's see. Got some My Hero Academia manga instead. Oh, you're buying the manga for our My Hero Academia? I didn't know you were into that, RDB. Anyone watching the new season? Is it available in the US yet? I haven't really checked. Let's see. I'm still waiting for you to check out Berserk the manga. That's gonna be a while. I need to dive into the My Hero Academia manga, to be honest. I've just been so backlogged on comics. But if I read a manga, it's gonna be My Hero Academia. Because the manga is like way ahead, obviously, of course, way ahead of the anime, which is the only way I've consumed it so far is the anime. And I really, the more and more I get behind, the more it sucks because I want to be ahead of it. I wish I could read My Hero Academia because it comes out like every month, like new chapters, and I could be on top of it like comics, but I'm just so far behind. I don't read any of it now, and yeah, that sucks. Let's see. I hate when it scrolls for me. Where did I go? Oh, here we go. Anyone watching the new season? Oh, you're talking about that. Let's see. I watched the 3rd episode. Effing awesome. You're talking about the 3rd episode of the new season? Well, I'm jealous. Let's see. Dragon Ball says, My Hero sucks. It looks like a bootleg joke gag X-Men. Well, I mean, it definitely has some inspiration of X-Men, but it's absolutely its own thing. And it's 10 times better than anything Marvel's putting out. I'm sorry. Like, even if it was a complete carbon copy ripoff, and it was like the X people, or it had like, it was just so obvious, it wouldn't matter to me because it's 100 times better than Marvel's X-Men right now. Marvel's X-Men is a joke compared to to My Hero Academia. But My Hero Academia is a lot more. It's kind of an amalgamation of many American comics thrown into one. It's got a little bit of X-Men. It's got a little bit of Young Justice. It's got a little bit of Justice League. It's got. I mean, I'm sure there's more, but yeah, it has something to offer for everyone. If you are a mainstream comic fan, if you like superheroes, My Hero Academia has something to offer, in my opinion. It just, look, there's an old saying, good is good. If it's good, is good. And that's kind of what I try to ascribe to these days. I mean, there's books that I make fun of, and I go, oh, Hawkman looks stupid. It's a dude with wings. He's got a mace. He calls himself Hawkman. How stupid. And then I go read the Robert Venditti run of, I'm like, oh shit, this is amazing. Doesn't matter if it looks dumb on the surface. If you write an amazing story that I fall in love with, then props to you. And even more so because you wrote a story about something that I wasn't predisposed to like. On the flip side, X-Men is my favorite comic ever. That's my baby. That's what I love. That's what got me into comics. There's nothing that's ever surpassed my fandom than when I was an X-Men fan. Of course, it's utter crap today, and it breaks my heart. But you actually have to work hard for me not to like. I want to like X-Men. You just need to tell pretty good stories, and I'll be like, yeah. But nope. So if you can sell me on Aquaman or Hawkman, if you can sell me books that I don't care about, then that's because they're really good. And I thought My Hero Academia was going to be dumb. I looked at it, I was like, oh, this looks like a silly little kid's thing. And it's appropriate for kids. My buddy's kids watch it. I got them all hooked on it, but it's absolutely, it's got so much depth that adults can really enjoy it too. Ed says, it says you saved over $100 on your purchase. Good shopping. Oh, I didn't even look at that. That was good noticing there, Ed. Yeah, wow, over $100. Let's see. Still waiting for you to check out Berserk the manga. Oh yeah, I already talked about that. Scroll down. My Pillow is better than. Oh, damn it! I hate this thing. It's like sometimes it just zips down to the bottom. I guess that's my fault for not being caught up. My Pillow is better than any book being mentioned. Are you talking about your actual pillow on your bed, or are you talking about the product My Pillow that all the liberals are hating on because the owner of the company voted for Trump? I can't wait till they reboot the reboots of everything. Berserk anime is trash. Oh, that sucks. Dragon Ball says anime free on Crunchyroll. Some anime is free on Crunchyroll. Same with Funimation. Some. But it won't be? My Hero Academia. The anime that's in demand, then that shit ain't gonna be free. You're gonna pay for that. Dragon Ball says, My Hero is like a kiddie joke Justice League. No, My Hero is like Justice League wishes it were right now, because Justice League is Brian Michael Bendis. And but here's the thing. My Hero Academia is about kids going to high school to learn how to be heroes. It's not pretending to be a bunch of, edgelord, 30-year-old superheroes. Like it's kids just trying to become, and then trouble comes to them. It works. I think you're just being a hater of Dragon Ball. Let's see. You saw every episode of My Hero Academia, read the manga, and you read every expansion manga. That seems like a lot of stuff to read for something that you're trashing. I don't know about anyone else. I don't spend that much time on shit that I trash. I trash all the modern X-Men. I don't read any of those books. I read 6 issues and I stopped. I was done. Whoop, it's trash. I'm calling a little shenanigans over there. Dragon Ball says, a year from now you'll be watching the good stuff like Baki. I'm guessing Fist of the North Star and more. I have been looking to watch Baki. But I don't think something is. I have seen Fist of the North Star before, and I don't think it's anything to write home about. I don't think being edgy and violent makes things cooler. I'm in for good writing and good characters. So you might have different tastes than me, Dragon Ball. Let's see. Dominic says, Berserk the manga is good. The first anime is great. Take you to a crazy ride. All right. I hear a lot of people saying good things about Berserk. So, I mean, it's on my list, but there's just so much shit that I have to get to. That just I can't just be like, oh, okay, I'll read Berserk now. Then I'll just keep pushing the list further and further down. Speaking of pushing something down, let's get back to this book because we're running long. Godspeed is here. Hold on, I need a drink. Ever since the night I was struck by lightning, I've been living two lives. Barry Allen, forensic scientist working for the Central City Crime Lab. And Barry Allen, the Flash, the fastest man alive. But now there is also Star Lab Speed Force Training Center, Central City. Barry Allen, the teacher. And I love it. Recently, a storm rained down Speed Force, infusing lightning on Central City and turned a few of its citizens into brand new speedsters. And I've been working with them so that they can master their powers. That's a pretty impressive 2-page spread, actually. Just thinking about, from a technical craft perspective and art. Feel the speed inside of you. It's more than just running fast. You need to learn how to think fast as well. Sadly, I'm not just training them. I'm investigating them. A few days ago, 3 speedsters in custody in Iron Heights were killed by someone calling himself Godspeed. Good work, Avery. You're really getting the hang of it. The scary reality is that Godspeed could be someone in our group. Someone that I'm training. Flash, can you step inside my office? Sure thing, Mina. As we discussed, I've been studying the vitals on the new speedsters, and I've uncovered some really interesting data. All the speedsters, including you and me, are connected via the Speed Force, but it hasn't completely bonded to our cells like it has with you yet. It's as if the Speed Force has been divided up, but the tests show that it wants to recombine. So it's temporary? I don't have enough data to come to that conclusion, but I did notice something. Whenever the speedsters are using their speed near one another, the Speed Force starts to lock together and recombine in one of the speedsters, in one of the speedsters. Essentially, whoever wins the race wins the speed. And that is how Godspeed stole the Speed Force at Iron Heights. He was already faster than them. You don't have to be running together, just using the Speed Force next to each other. As soon as you start, you're joined. So, if you and I were running side by side, our Speed Force would connect and start to bond, and I could take away your speed. That's a bingo. And here I thought we just had a natural connection. Are you trying to flirt with me right now? Me? The Flash doesn't know how to flirt, Dr. Dewan. For as smart as he is, he can be pretty dense. I see you're healing from your biking accident, Detective Hart. Yes, I am. We have to be careful, August. Mina knows about your powers, but the rest of the speedsters don't. If they saw that the Speed Force was healing you. I know. But after what Godspeed did to those speedsters at Iron Heights, I needed to get back on my feet and help. How are things coming along with those new speedsters? It's a welcome distraction, but it's a lot of work. Speaking of work, if you don't show up as Barry Allen in the crime lab with the black hole case, Sing is going to fire you. I know, but I'm needed here, and Mina just came up with the lead on the speedsters' deaths at Iron Heights. That's why I'm here. I brought you the crime scene results to check it out. But I'll save you the trouble. There is 0 there. It's like Godspeed was a ghost. If Godspeed had the skills to vibrate through the walls of Iron Heights and leave no trace, then that means he has experience. Catching him will be like trying to catch me. We need to find out who had access to the Speed Force and knowledge of how to steal it. I may be able to help with that. You're going to owe me big, Flash. Iris? I've been investigating a story about Dr. Carver and black holes break-ins at Star Labs. Now, normally I'd just slam this news online and collect my byline, but I'm going to wait 24 hours because you need to see this. Dr. Joseph Carver was a Star Lab scientist who was fired because he was caught experimenting on the Speed Force. Not only did they have samples of the Speed Force, they were trying to find ways to weaponize it. What? 24 hours, Flash. Then it goes viral. Did you know about this, Mina? Was Star Labs hiding this? No, I had no idea. I was hired after Carver was forced out. I thought having help would allow me to be more places at once. But instead, nothing has changed. I'm still missing things right in front of me. We don't know if Black Hole and the Speed Force storm are... They have to be. There's no way this is all a coincidence. If I'd been chasing after Carver and Black Hole this whole time, I could have saved those speedsters at Iron Heights. If Black Hole has a sample of the Speed Force, I can track it. I can find them. No, I can't let anyone else get hurt. You need me. Fine, but as soon as we find Black Hole, run away. I'm coming with you. If Black Hole is connected in any way to my brother's death, I should... No. Godspeed already hurt you. I'm almost healed. Not enough. You're staying. I can feel a massive surge of Speed Force. In this warehouse outside of the city. Because of our connection with the Speed Force, I can tell Mina is angry. She's not going to run away in the fight. And I'm okay with that. It's nearly time. We can't let the Flash and his speedsters be the only ones to control the Speed Force. The power of the Speed Force should be... whoosh. What is... Flash? Talk, Carver. How did Black Hole get a sample of the Speed Force? I stole it from the gods. Did you kill the speedsters at Iron Heights? If they're dead, then they're not worthy of the Flash. This isn't Star Labs equipment. This is like no technology I've ever seen. Did you create the Speed Force storm? The storm was just the beginning, Flash. You know, I was struck by lightning once. Like Benjamin Franklin before me, I was hoping to experiment and harness the powers of the lightning when I was hit. But it did not give me powers. I was only left with these scars. But that lightning showed me that I couldn't allow a fool like you, such as you, to keep their Speed Force to yourself. A gift of that magnitude could be used for so much more. Like this bit of weaponry that I'm wearing now. I call it beep, the speed machine. This suit floods my cells with bits of pure Speed Force. I can feel the lightning flowing through me. Is that what you feel like all the time? I feel like a god. I don't think reminding Carver of the things he loves is going to be an option, Flash. You need some help. Partner? I was hoping to interrogate Carver about my brother's death, but I brought along a few speedsters to help us, just in case you already managed to piss him off. But you're injured. We really need to get you a code name. Not the time, Flash. Is this the Godspeed that attacked you and the speedsters at Iron Heights? I'm not totally sure. It was all a blur, but I still wanted to question Carver. Okay, well, we're shutting this machine down. We're your backup, Flash. What are your orders? It's too soon for the trainees to be in a fight, but I have a plan. Avery, Scott, evacuate the area. Don't let Carver hurt anyone. Keep the buildings, homes, and citizens safe. That is your priority. Go! The Flash knows my name. You two are with me. Carver can't control his speed and could destroy Central City if we don't stop him. But we're also saving Carver from himself. August, we need a distraction. Hey you, Carver, over here. Mina, work with me to slow down Carver's revolutions. Nice moves. Great minds think alike. Whoosh, crack. He's getting faster. It's only going to get harder to be near him. But did you feel that just now? When we were close? Our speed forces started to lock in with Carver's. We need to steal his speed. What? And how? If Carver is Godspeed, then you remove the thieves' speed in Iron Heights by force, right? We're going to steal it back. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it either, but it's our only option. If we divide the speed up among the three of us, maybe it won't overload ourselves or kill him the way it killed the speedsters at Iron Heights. How do we do it? Follow me. We're not going to run against him. We're going to outrace him. Crack. Rock. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. I tried to tell him that he couldn't force the speed, but his body couldn't handle it. Damn it. I'll call it in. Hopefully there's something left to this place that can lead me to more info on the black hole. Carver destroyed his own lab. This seems too easy. We need to have the technology taken back to Star Labs and analyzed. See where Black Hole got it from. I want to know how Carver did it. How was he able to turn the Speed Force into a weapon? We got all the people to safety, Flash. And we're able to keep homes from being destroyed. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Never thought I'd feel so much pride in training someone again. Seeing August and Mina learn and become their own heroes. I was missing that. And it's great to have partners again. My name is Wally West, and most kids my age are normally online or on the field. But me? I'm trying to channel the Speed Force. I had access to it before, but then I got hit by lightning, and it was like it kickstarted something new. Focus. Focus. I could feel it, calling to me, guiding me. No. I had it. I hate to admit it. But maybe I need some real training. Then I can become... Tablet reads, did you recently get hit by lightning and are exhibiting speed powers? Come to Star Labs. Press here for an appointment. A superhero. The case isn't over. If Black Hole was connected with my brother's death, then the technology they were using is my first lead. You coming? I'm going to stay here a little while longer, but I'll catch up to you. See you try, partner. So, do I call you Coach Flash or Principal Flash? Not sure I've earned either yet. Seeing Carver's speed out of control... Seeing Carver's speed out of control made me realize that these speedsters, they really are my responsibility. It's not a burden. I've enjoyed working with the speedsters, teaching them everything I've learned. It's giving me something that I was missing. Oh, what was that for? You're always so overwhelmed that if either one of us was ever going to make a move, it needed to be me. You really should lighten up a bit, Flash. You're right. One of the reasons that I'm always trying to be in two places at once is I keep the two parts of my life separate from each other. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore. Wow, this is... Pause. Wow, this is abrupt. You like barely met this girl like a couple days ago. You're sorry. My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Wow. And okay. Interesting. Did not see that coming. Let's see where I left off. There we go. I marked it this time. Dragon Ball says, I'm into titanic, larger-than-life battles with characters that are very heroic or very evil with high stakes. All right. The artist drawing Barry is a very lean, but with muscular definition that fits terms of his powers. Yeah, I do. I like the physicality he puts Barry in. Obviously, you can't draw Flash too muscular because it would just, he needs to be lean. But Avery is my favorite new speedster, says RDV. She's the Flash that protects China. Well, it's people, not the government. Let's see. Melissa says Flash Dick is super fast. Whoa, Melissa. Whoa. What the hell? Remember, this is novice Barry Allen. He's not the same one before Flashpoint that knows how to do all the normal tricks. Joshua Williamson treats Flash like he's still a noob. That is true. Wait a second, though. I thought... Wait, it's Barry Allen made the Flashpoint, though. So, shouldn't he be the Flash from the Flashpoint? I'm a little confused on that whole aspect. But I guess it is the younger one, right? Because this is the New 52 universe. It's all confusing. Rebirth was a little weird on that. But, you know, it's fine. You get to pick up. It's actually good not to bring too many preconceived notions into a comic. I just come in fresh, you know. It's like, oh, it's number one. Okay, you just tell me what's going on, and I'll just sort of accept your story. As long as the story explains things. It's also not good to leave readers confused. Let's see. RDB says, action picks up. Flash is written for the trades, not individual standalone stories. Well, that's most of modern comics. Although these are individual. Like, I mean, it's a story arc for sure, but I felt like each issue kind of had its own little story going. I don't feel like these stories are really decompressed. Not the way some modern artists do. You're like 6 issues in, is anything happening? I mean, a lot's happened. And the characterization is pretty good. So I've been entertained. I've been enjoying this. I like Joshua Williamson as a writer. This isn't my favorite stuff of his that I've read. Birthright is still my favorite. And his Batman, Superman, the early stuff he did on Batman, Superman, I thought was really well done. But it's cool. I always accept for a comic book like this, an ongoing comic book, like you want it to go on. Like the more it goes on, the more you're gonna get like sucked into it. The more that the writer is gonna have a chance to like build on things. Like Josh is just jumping in, starting a fresh story. So this is all introduction stuff. Let's see. Dragon Ball says, I came to see Flash fighting somebody. I got Mina. He's been fighting. What are you talking about? He's been fighting stuff. Mina's just been kind of helping him. Let's see. I've been told that I'm buffering. I guess I'm done buffering. I kind of been eyeballing. I got my iPad on the side logged in, so looks like it's fine. RDB says, Dragon, you leave and miss the action. That's true. I have a feeling Dragon does. He goes off and plays a video game, and then it's like comes back and goes, nothing happened. It's like, yeah, you missed it all. Let's see. Dragon Ball says, by the first splash page, you should already know who he's fighting. I disagree. I totally disagree. That's no. That's, I mean, if you want all your comic writing to be super simplistic and shallow, I guess. And there are definitely comics that'll appease that part of you. You definitely might want to go check out Jason Aaron over at Marvel. It's all he does. It's just fights and fights and fights, and there's no story, but might be up your alley. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Jimmy's showed up at the end. Welcome, Jimmy. Wally West comes back in a few issues. No spoilers. None of them. Let's see. Marani says, saying you're the fastest man alive is not a selling point when you're trying to hook up with a woman, Barry. Comment. I wish you could like stick like sticky comments in the chat like you can on the actual video portion. That's the comment of the night. Well done, Marania. Let's see. Are they put Flash in the gay seduction pose? What? I recommend having some Walmart brand peanut butter cup ice cream. Then Dragon Ball. It should help your mood. What? If you gave me Walmart brand ice cream, that would put me in a foul mood. You can't give me Walmart brand ice cream. Peanut what? You better give me some good stuff. Like I call Dryers like bottom of the barrel. That's like the cheapest I'll go. Is Dryers. Like I used to be a big Ben and Jerry's fan, but they got rid of all their good flavors and they went totally super woke. There's not a lot of good ice cream brands anymore. It's Rebirth Universe New 52 is supposed to be erased. Nope, it's not. Too bad. Too bad for Melissa. It's not really erased. It's kind of blended in. It's supposed to be Doomsday Clock was supposed to answer all that, but thanks, Didio. RDB says Barry created Flashpoint, but he's not OP'd with skills like he was before Flashpoint. It's good for new readers. Well, that's a good thing too, yeah, because Flash, depending how he's written, can be stupid OP. So RDB says it's the same Barry, but Joshua writes him more like a noob on the CW show. Yeah, I was kind of getting that effect, which I like. I mean, it's also helpful for a new like #1 comic. If you were just jumping on, if you were not a Flash fan, you were like, hey, I'm going to try this out, then jumped on Flash, like you would feel like you're growing with the character. So it's a good story point from that aspect, right? From a writing angle, like it's a little bit harder for characters to jump in and be like, oh yeah, this character's all established, he's all grown up, doesn't, like, oh, then what am I here for? Am I at the end of the story? I'm very much enjoying it. I mean, I like Rebirth as a whole, so all the Rebirth stuff is impressive to me in one way or the other. I just sort of picked the characters that I was most interested in. But I'm happy to know like Aquaman and Flash, which are two characters that I were like, meh, are characters that I'm now like I like it. Like I said, good is good. Jimmy says, I'm sorry I showed up late. I was watching the Two Towers Extended Edition. Oh, wow. That's a good movie. Ryan says, I disagree, Ash. Walmart brand is surprisingly good. Okay, then. Challenge accepted. Maybe I'll pick up some Walmart ice cream tomorrow. I will keep, I'm going to keep an open mind on you. So I shat on the Walmart ice cream. You corrected me. You disagree with me. And now I'm going to have an open mind. I'm going to try it. And maybe I will have to admit and say, I'll come back on a future episode and say, you know what? Ronnie was right. I now stand corrected. The Walmart ice. Is it just called Walmart brand ice cream? They don't have like it's not like, what's that Walmart brand? Sam, what was it? What's their brand? Like, I know Walmart has like a brand. Sam's Choice, Sam's something. Someone in chat can tell me. Ronnie says, and I say this as someone who grew up with Breyer's ice cream being the gold standard. Well, Breyer's ice cream's not a gold standard. See, now you've made me worried because you just said Breyer's and gold standard. That's kind of like saying, and I know burgers because I grew up with McDonald's being the gold standard. Come on, Rania. Come on. No, okay. I'm being a little bit harsh. Breyer's is not that bad. I would eat Breyer's. Melissa says, bye guys, I gotta get going. Well, take care, Melissa. Thanks for showing up. I hope you enjoyed some Flash tonight. There was nothing woke. See, you got classic characters and no wokeness. See, I did it for you. RDV says Kroger's ice cream is awesome. Blue Bunny is good as well. Kroger's is just store brand. I don't know if I've tried Blue Bunny or not. Great Value is the Walmart brand. Ooh, oh man. See, now I've already put my money, like my mouth. I've already opened my mouth. I have to put my money where my mouth is. All right, I'm gonna see. Great Value. That's like the bad Walmart brand. Ooh. Didn't they have like a Sam's Choice? Isn't that like their sodas? Because they have like a brand. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Then is it Sam's Choice? Sam's something. Anyways, whatever. FF2 is like, I'm bored. Out of here. This guy's talking about Walmart brand shit. I don't blame you, FF2. Thanks for standing up with me this long. This was a long episode. I did start a little bit late. Jimmy got here a little late. Jimmy came here at the end. You got all the good stuff, Jimmy. I don't have anything really more to say. Don't forget to get yourself some deals. You don't have to steal all your comics. You can actually pay for stuff if you want. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just giving you options. So don't you forget. I got some. For those of you showing up late, here, Jimmy, look at all the comics I bought. I saved over $100 on comics. I got all these Star Wars books. Ronnie says it's $2 here for half a gallon of ice cream. I don't need it. That's cheap. I usually buy ice cream by the pint. Buying the big things of ice cream is dangerous for me because I'm like a crack addict on ice cream. We have one here. What? Blue Bunny is good ice cream. We have one in, I don't know, nationwide called Tillamook. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Sam's Choice was the brand for the Sam's Club, says Ronnie. No, but they sell it at Walmart too. Like you can buy like the Walmart soda. Like if you go to the soda aisle at Walmart, they have Sam's Choice soda there. It's not just Sam's Club stuff, because I've never been to a Sam's Club in my life. But I also know that the Great Value stuff too. I get I haven't bought it in a long time. When I used to get bottled water, I would get the Great Value bottled water. It's actually good bottled water for super cheap. So there you go. Oh yeah, can't see them on the screen because you're a moron, Ash. Sorry. There you go. Thank you for pointing me out and being nice about it. You didn't actually call me a moron out loud. Donate books so Ash has money for nuts to put in his mouth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I might go get some creamy nut butter in my mouth. I'm talking about peanut butter. Yeah. Jif Extra Crunchy. RDV likes to buy sacks of nut butter and squeeze it until it... Never mind. Ed Brewer says, until next time. Yep, I'm way dug myself in embarrassment. Thanks for watching. We will do issues 5 and 6 on Thursday. And I hope to see you guys all here and bring something to talk about. Or I will talk about whatever I want. And you know how that goes. So get yourself some good comics cheap. And as always, read good comics. Take care, everyone.